I'm about to tell a story about my new guitar and how this kind of happened. Crazy. Be right with you. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. What is poppin'? Roger coming at y'all. Hope everybody is doing well this evening. I supposed to got this done a long time ago, but I was in the middle of doing like 8 things. I was setting up my guitar rig because I added a mixer to it. So I was setting it up, and then I took a shower, right? And then I had to eat, right? Then after I ate, I started messing around with this guitar, right? And then, yeah, that's what happened. So, if y'all got time, let me tell you this story. In fact, I'm gonna make sure I put myself up on this TV so I can make sure that I am indeed live on my channel. So again, I hope y'all doing good tonight. Hope y'all are chilling and willing, but not illin', but still be trillin'. Whatever, I don't know, man. Whatever. I don't know. Anyway, I'm bringing up my video on TV. Okay, so, y'all can see, look at myself on TV, look at that. Come on, man, rub my belly. I want to see how long it take for the delay to show me. So that was, hold on, wait. So about 10 minutes, yeah, 10 seconds. It's usually like 10 seconds in between what I see on the TV and what I'm looking at now. So I hope you guys doing well. I'm not going to be able to read any comments from here, but let me tell you something right now. I think they helped me for the opportunity to be able to see you guys this evening, and I hope that if you have any questions or if you have any answers or you just like the story, then make sure that you like, subscribe, and share to my channel. Share my channel everywhere. I'm going to start sharing my channel all over the place very, very soon. But right now, I'm just keeping it simple and staying right here in the comfort of YouTube. And then sometimes I share it over to Facebook as well. Let me move it up a little bit more so I can tell it can be closer. All right. Bring y'all closer to me. So, let's tell a story, if I can. And this story is going to involve some folk that it's just a weird story. All right, so probably about 2 weeks ago, I went to the Guitar Center in Cherry Hill, and I just went in there because it was finally open. I said, man, it'd be good to get back to the Guitar Center, man. It's been a while. I mean, even though I was buying a lot of guitars from private sellers, as you see, I got a whole bunch of guitars. I got the guitars over there. Lots of guitars. I'm going to sell a couple of them, though. And it was like, yo, okay, when Guitar Center opened, it was like, okay, cool, because they still was selling some things that you really needed, like guitar strings and stuff like that. So they're like, yo, man, I need some guitar strings. So, bada bing, bada boom. Open that joint up so you can buy some guitar strings and stuff like that. So it finally opened, and I went over there to just, in the meantime, I'm getting my pedal board together here, y'all. Hope y'all don't mind, okay. So I said, well, let me go. There you go. I get together. One day I hope to play outside with my pedal board gear. So I went in and I started playing some guitars and whatever. You know what I mean? Like I was going to buy one. I was just going there to play. And I think I went in to get some strings too, because I did need some strings. And I went in there, so I went to the back. I started playing some basses now. The last thing I need right now is more basses. I do not need any more basses. I think I need to be in the bed by 12 o'clock, guaranteed I hope. And when I was playing this bass, so I'm not sure if you guys know about basses and stuff like that. I'm not sure, you might be here because y'all friends of mine, or You know, you might be here for fragrances, which I forgot what fragrance. Oh, that's what I wore today. I wore a joint by Carner Barcelona called Botafumo. Botafumo. Yeah. Anyway, and so I saw this bass, and back in the day I used to have this Musicman bass that I treasured. I had this bass for about 5 years. And I bought this bass off this guy for like $1,200. It was worth more back then. And I found myself like, I can really be getting something else for the studio. So let me go ahead on and sell the bass and, you know, see what's up. So I sold the bass pretty much for what I paid for, $1,200. But I thought I was going to get more because the basses, now there are Musicman basses, the same thing, double humbucker pickups, blah, 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 are like $2,400, right? So I'm saying, okay, cool. I know when I take my bass in there, I'm going to get at least 12 for it, for a used piece, right? I went in there, they was like, well, nah, because the newer basses now have the roasted neck. And since they have the roasted neck, your bass now is not as expensive as the new one that costs $24.99. The new one that costs $24.99 now have the roasted neck. Yours don't. I'm like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. And I really, really like that bass. So I sold to this guy, got my $1,200 back. But I always wanted a StingRay back. Now I knew to get a real StingRay, the one that I had made in the United States, gonna cost me $2,500. If I found that you was gonna at least cost me $15. You know what I mean? So I know I was gonna have to spend a lot of money to get this back. So they got another line called the Sterling line, and it's still a Musicman, but it's made by Sterling, which is like, if you guys in the guitars, you have Fender, you have Squire. Of course, you got Musicman, you got Sterling, you got Sub. So this is a Sterling bass, but it has the roasted neck, right? What's going on, bro? So it has the roasted neck. So I'm like, all right, so I'm playing the bass. I'm like, it's doing nice, man, the roasted neck. But the joint's like $800. I'm like, well, won't be getting that. I ain't got no $800. But I'm nice playing it. I really, really enjoy playing it. Alright? So that's the story of the roasted neck Sterling bass. That's the story I'm telling you now. Now, let's move forward to today. All day today, I know I want to put a mixer in my pedal board because I want to be able to run my mic through the looper. If I want to use vocals and put it inside my looper pedal, I can do that. And I can also use some of the effects on my pedal board or in the voice. So I said, well, I got to have a mixer so I can plug the mic in there, and then I can plug the guitar in there, which is the way it's set up now. And that way, both of those things are in the mixer, and now everything is going to be run through the pedal board. So when I do my show, I got my mixer, I got my pedals, I got my speaker. Now, if I want to bring my other amp for stereo, I can bring that, but I'm not going to drag that. Now, this is a big gig, right? So I don't even bring my JC77, so it'll just be bringing my QSC 10.2, you know what I mean, right? And that's it. That's all I need. Bam, bag for that, bag for the power cords and excess cables, power supply, and 2 guitars, my bass and the guitar, and I'm out. That's it. That's all I need. So I finally got the mixer. I was haggling about a mixer all day. I was waiting for this lady in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. Had a nice deal on the mixer. Never answered. Never. I don't understand how people post stuff selling it, but you never answer. If you're not selling anymore, just take it down. I don't understand. Stuff I sell on Let Go and Offer Up, I get notifications if people ask about it. I don't know why these people not getting notifications that I'm asking about it. Same thing happened with this bass last night I want to buy. I'm glad I didn't buy it now because I need the money to buy this mixer. So anyway, I bought the mixer from this young lady named Jen. Finally, we set that up. I said, so Jen, I get off work at 4 o'clock. I am going to shoot down your way, pick up this mixer, come back home, hook it up into my system, good to go. So on my way to get ready to go and get the mixer, I said, well, I'll be there around 5-ish. You know what I mean? Leaving the job, count for traffic, 5-ish, I'll be there. So I started looking at some other stuff because I'm waiting to see if this person's still going to hit me back for the other mixer that I want, the bigger mixer. And I saw this post come up saying, free stuff. Come and get it. I need it out of here. I'm moving, right? I'm like, yo. So I looked at it, and there was this amp, and it had a cabinet to it. It was a big bass amp in a cabinet. I'm like, well, I really don't need that, but if it's for free, I'll go get it. Shoot, why not? And when I got there, he also had this little ugly guitar. I took that too. I said, I'll take that. So both of those items were free. Free items. So when I went to get the free items, which was really just the bass amp and the cabinet, I'm like, well, I know I don't need that. So basically, I'm going to take that bass amp and cabinet, I'm going to repurpose that and sell it. I don't need it. But if it's free, I'm going to get it. Right? If somebody said they got a free car for you, and you say, well, look, I really don't like that car, but I'll go get it. But if I can trade that car in on something else and put a couple dollars to it, then I'm going to get the other car. Why not? If somebody give you something for free, you can do what you want with it if somebody give you something for free, right? Cool. So, now, I go pick up the amp. Come to find out, when I call the guy, I already know this guy. In fact, this young man, I think his name is Alex, I forgot, I can't look at the phone now. He the one sold me this pedal about a year and a half ago. Well, this pedal no longer works. I paid $150 for this pedal. Remember what I said. I paid $150 to him for this pedal. It's not his fault it doesn't work. It worked for a year and a half. It is not his fault. This pedal has a problem sometimes in locking itself up. And right now it's locking up. So I had to go and spend another $130 for another looper pedal so I can do my show for you guys. And where else I'm going to do a one-man show. So this didn't work no more. And I really like this. But you know what? It worked out for the better because I like the new one I got better because it got drums in it. This doesn't have any drums in it. So it worked out for the better. I went to a RC1 looper pedal, and that was just your basic looper pedal. But then I realized when I found out about the RC3 had drums in it, I'm like, I got to get that. Because I thought I had to be making the drum sounds in my mouth. Boom, pat, boom, boom, pat. Nah, that ain't going to work. But this got drums in it. So it worked out well. So now I got a piece of item that does not work, but some people know how to fix this. So if you're interested in a Ditto Looper X4 and you know how to get it out of brick mode, I will sell this to you for $75. In the meantime, right now, it's just a $150 brick. Remember, $150 from the same guy who gave me the free cabinet and this kind of cool guitar, which is really an old guitar. Somebody had it, put cardboard in the back for the neck, all kinds of stuff. But anyway, the main thing is this. I paid him $150 for this pedal. All right? And it's not his fault it doesn't work. It's just an engineering problem. A lot of these don't work. People say they bought these brand new and they didn't work. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what that is. Right now, I'm going to talk about this story though, my brother. And if you want to comment on that below, comment on that below. But I can't really talk about anything else now because it's time for me to get ready to go for bed. I want to continue talking about this story about this bass that came into my life. So, I went and picked up, remember, the same guy who sold me this, you got to remember what I'm saying. I'm telling a story. I'm trying to tell a story. I'm trying to tell you a story. If you haven't heard the story from the beginning, you got to rewind it back. Just trying to show you how things work. This is how life works, even with musical gear. I bought this from him for $150 a year and a half ago. It doesn't work anymore like it should. I can't use it. I had to spend $130 to buy another type of pedal, which I like because it had drums in it. This one doesn't work. Hopefully somebody will buy this for me and I can fix it. $150. So after I picked up the amp from the young man who sold me that pedal, which is no fault of his own that it doesn't work, I decided that I got to go pick up this mixer from this young lady for my pedal board, right? So I pick up the mixer. It's a Yamaha MGOS 06X. It's a 6-channel mixer. And what I'm doing is I plug my mic into the mixer. I plug my guitar, into the mixer, now I run to the speaker. Bam, everything is set. I'm good. And if I want to add some more stuff in here, I can do that as well, right? So cool. 6-channel speaker. 6-channel mixer. So after I picked up the mixer, I ain't no doubt about it. Talk to you later, bro. So after I picked up the mixer, right, I took the mixer. After I picked up the mixer, I was close to a guitar center nearby from where I picked the mixer at. I picked up the mixer in the Chamonix. So Guitar Center wasn't that far away. I said, well, why don't I just take the amp and the speaker to Guitar Center and see what's up. I didn't know where it worked. He didn't even know whether it worked. In fact, He told me, the same guy who sold me that pedal for $150 a year and a half ago, and it doesn't work, but it's no fault of his own, told me that amp had been sitting down in his basement for a while. So he didn't even know if it worked. So I don't know if the amp worked. He doesn't know if the amp worked. I'm going to take it to Guitar Center and see what's popping with the amp, right? So I go to Guitar Center, I'll take it in there. So we playing around. So somebody came and checked it out. They took it in the bass room, and they started playing around with it. They had a little something with it because the amp been sitting. The amp has been sitting, he said, for a while. So I'm like, okay, it don't matter to me. I got it for free. So it made no difference to me. So I take it to Guitar Center thinking, well, maybe, man, he gave me an amp for free. Really, anything I can get for this amp. If it was $50, I was willing to take $50 because pretty much the amp was in bad shape. Even though it did work, kinda, it still needs some work. It's full of tubes in it. This amp cost a lot of money back in the day. In fact, you can find somebody bought that same particular amp head, which was a which was it? What was it? Oh, it was a Dean Markley Signature Series 120. Dean Markley Signature Series 120, and he had the cabinet too, which had a big 15-inch speaker that shot up this way, right? Free. Give it to me for free. I take Guitar Center, right? So finally, they come out there, like, yo, the best we can probably do for you is $150. How much did I pay the young man for this pedal? $150. How much was the free amp that he gave me worth to Guitar Center? $150. See, sometimes things work out some kind of way. Now, really, I'm still out $150. Really I am, because I still have this that doesn't work. And if I got this to work, then I would be ahead of the game. I would be even with the game. Because he gave me an amp that I gave the Guitar Center for $150, and I bought this same pedal for him a year and a half ago. It doesn't work for $150. So that worked itself out, $150. But because I had to spend money to buy this new pedal for $130, $140 actually, then really, I'm still in the hole for $140. I'm still not even. Now again, it is not his fault. He might look at this video. In fact, I'm going to send him the video. It is not his fault that this does not work anymore. It stopped working after a year and a half. And it's not that it don't work, it turns on everything. I can plug it in, it turns on. It just won't do anything after turning on. So now, the amp is 150, bam, I'm straight. So, I go in there and I start playing, so I said, well, maybe I'll take the $150 and put it towards something. Or maybe I'll just take the cash that I paid for the $80 I just paid for this mixer, right? And I still got $70. I can apply that $70 theoretically towards me having to buy that LoopStation, right? So now I've used that amp to take $80 and put it back in my pocket because I bought this, and then I can use the $70 theoretically and put it towards that. So really I'm just $70 in the hole for that instead of $140 in the hole for my new looper pedal, right? That I like because it has drums. But I got back there and started playing basses. So first I played a Fender Precision. Now, as y'all all know, that's the bass I've been using all week for the Looper show. It's been using my Precision bass I bought from the pawn shop for $400. Now, I traded some gear in, so they cost me $400. I traded in about $225 worth of gear, and I still had to pay $225. In fact, I think it was more than that. I paid like $100 for that mic pre, and for that pedal, I paid $125. So $220, right? $225, and I gave him $200. They evened out the bass. So really, I just bought that bass for $200, right? Because I had already bought some else some money. I traded that in towards the bass. So that's fine. That's a good wash. That's a good wash. Because I wasn't using that equipment that I gave to the pawn shop to get that. So it wasn't no big deal. I wouldn't even use it. I had too much stuff anyway. Well, I had too much. You never had too much stuff when you have a studio. But it's always good to have just in case you need some stuff, right? So now I get there, I'm start playing the basses. So I'm like, well, man, both of the basses were $700. Like they had a United States Precision bass that was $700. They said we just got that in, but we can't do a trade on the amp towards that. You just gotta let us give you $150 and then you pay the rest for the bass. Plus the tax on the bass. So the tax is going to be $750, right? And I got 150. That means I got to give them $600 for that bass. I don't want it that bad. So I'm like, nah, I'm cool. I don't want it that bad, right? Now I think I got flim flam today, but we get ready to work it out tomorrow on what I got, right? So then I played this other precision bass. It was like $20 less. He said, but that's a new bass. I can work out a deal with the new bass better than I can with the used bass. All right? So he said, well, cool. So he did the used bass. He said, okay, you had to give me $552. So that's $50 less. So he said $50 less. And when you trade gear in the Guitar Center, you pay the tax on the difference. You don't pay the tax on the item that you're buying. So if the bass is $800 and they gave me $150 for the cabinet, that's $650. But they don't charge you the tax on the bass, they charge you the tax on the difference. So the difference would be $550, they charge the tax on the $550. That's how trade-ins work with Guitar Center. I don't know about any other store, right? So I'm cool. So just when we get ready to do the deal, I look up on the wall and guess what I see? I see the roasted neck bass that I played at Guitar Center in Cherry Hill two weeks ago when the store started open. I knew the store was open. Then I saw that bass. I'm like, man, hold on, wait. I think I want that bass instead. So he said, that bass $799. So I said, I know it's going to be $100 more. But it's worth to see what kind of deal they're going to give me since I'm trading in a used piece towards a new piece. They should give me a discount on the new piece. Plus, you're not paying the tax. You're paying the difference on the tax, right? So, bam, take the bass down. I already knew how I played. I played it, 2.5 weeks ago at the Guitar Center in Cherry Hill. So I know what it played like. So he took it down. I played for a little while they were still trying to work out the numbers for me. So finally, I'm like, okay, this is the bass I want. This is the one I've been wanting. I want this bass. This is the roasted neck one. Remember the one I sold a long time ago for $1,200 didn't have a roasted neck. This has a roasted neck. But it's not the high-end one like I had before, but it's still the roasted neck, right? So these basses go for $799 new. He said, well, what I'll do is I'll knock it down to $699. I'm like, okay. So that's the same price as other basses. I said, but I'm still going to have to end up paying $500 or $600 for the bass. Because it's only $150, right? So if you're knocking it down to $700 minus the tax, you don't put the tax in yet. $700 minus $150 is $550, right? So $550, then the taxes on the $550. 40%, that's $20. So now that's $570, right? So all right, cool. So I'm like, man, I really want this bass. All right, let's do it. He said, I tell you what, I'll knock another 20 off the bass. So now you're getting it for $680, right? Instead of $700, $680, because it was $800, down to $700, now $680. And I'll give you $30 more for the amp. So now they gave me $180 for the amp, theoretically. Really, you didn't. They know how much they paid for these basses. They ain't paid $799 for the bass. You know that. So we know how much they really paid for the bass. He wasn't doing me no favor, but I know you got to jig around the numbers to make it look good, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. It don't make no difference. $680 for the bass. We ain't worried about the tax. Tax included out the door, $525. $529. Pulled out the card, bam, $529. Now let's look at the bass. Now, I gotta find something to cut this tape on the bass. I had my tape cutters around here. Now I can't find the tape cutters, which is usually the case. You know how you always lay something around as soon as you need it, you can't find it? Always the case. But I'll find it later on when I'm not looking for it. All right, so now we're going to open up the bass. This is an open boxing, which is really not an open boxing because I already opened it. He just gave me the box and everything. Because I said, well, man, I want to have like this is an open boxing on my YouTube channel tonight. So, by the way, thank you, Jim, and thank you, Bill. Only situation with Jim and Bill is, guess what I found out? This bass is on sale for even $100 less. So So now they owe me another $100. Wow. Yes, it's actually on sale for Musician Friends, which is a subsidiary of Guitar Center, and it was regularly $7.99. They sold it for $5.99. So when I called them tomorrow, I'm like, do you know that bass is on sale for $5.99? So unless you want me to bring this back and just go get it from and you gotta give me $150 back too for the amp. You can have the amp, but still gotta give me $150. I'm gonna come out like a fat rat on this bass. $5.99 on sale on Musician Friends, which Guitar Center owns. Crazy. All right, so we gonna open up the box. All right. Open the box up. Let me get the taker out. She has a case. Going up. Woo! That's a lot of bass. All right, so it comes with the nice sterling Musicman case. And we'll open it up. First I thought they were going to give me a little cheap case with it. He's like, we got the case for it. I'm like, man, really, I don't want no case. I got enough cases. But for real, I needed this case because this case goes with this bass. So let's take it out. Put that back there. It's like, I don't like throwing myself on the floor. None of my stuff belongs on the floor. I be trying to tell females, stop putting your bags and stuff on the floor. This stuff don't belong on the floor. Anything belong on the floor is your shoes and some weights and my guitar pedals. This is it. My roasted maple ash body. See the price? $7.99. Ernie Ball sterling bass. So let's plug it in. Now y'all know I just bought this blue guitar, which I gotta fix this input thing. I just bought that Harley guitar a couple days ago. I got a good deal on that too. Got a good deal on that guitar too. Let's turn it up. This bad boy might need a battery. This is an active bass, has active pickup. Just one pickup. The one I had before had two pickups and it was this beautiful blue, fluorescent blue. But this right here has a roasted neck. They put it in the oven and roast it. It's a roasted neck. Okay? 3-band EQ. Let's get with it. Now it needs some strings. And I just bought strings, man. I don't know why I didn't buy a set of strings. Now, the bass, I know the battery is dead. It has no pop to it. So if I put a new battery in here, we'll have a little bit more pop than what we're hearing now. So let's tune it up. Now remember, this story started out with me going to Guitar Center and playing this bass. Like, man, I really want this bass. Not only did I get a free amp for $150, I got the bass I wanted. And you would think this story is like, oh man, that was cool. Yo, I got a story that I did another deal with Guitar Center that I bought an amp, an old Musicman amp from this guy. He sold me this amp for $50. Now I knew the amp was well worth $50. In fact, when I was going to pick it up, I said, you sure it's not 50? You sure it's not 500? And he said, no, $50. For a Musicman amp, back in the day, I think it was a 1999 Musicman amp, for 50 bucks, I went and got that amp. I kept it around here for a little while. It was too heavy. I would never take it out anywhere. I didn't want to keep it. I thought I'd keep it as a relic. Come to find out, they didn't really hold their value that much either. But they were good amps to keep. A lot of us in the music business who buy stuff, sometimes it's older stuff, you keep it because you're either never going to make it anymore, the circuit is different, it's made better back then than they make stuff now. You know how it is. You buy a refrigerator back in the day, it lasts you 5,000 years. You buy a refrigerator now, you got to change that boy out in 5 weeks. Just like TVs and all that stuff. So sometimes you'll keep stuff because it was made better back in the day. But when I saw the prices of that amp dropping, I said, it's a good time for me to get rid of that amp. I took it to the same place I got this bass, and they gave me $450 for that amp. So if you thought this little $150 come up was a come up, that ain't nowhere near come up. I bought an amp for 50 bucks. They gave me $450 for it. I took that money and bought me a Rivera amp, which I don't have anymore. But that's why you gotta look out for deals. I'm always looking out for deals. I'm scrounging around the OfferUp, Let Go, Craigslist, and now Facebook Marketplace. You never know you're gonna find somebody. Sometimes they don't know what they have. Sometimes they just want to get rid of it, like today, right? That's what happened. You just want to get rid of the amp. And again, so I told him the story because I ain't got nothing to hide, because I ain't feel like I did any wrong. You gave me something you said was free. I can do what I want with it. I took it to the store and got $150 for it. The same $150 I paid for this pedal. It doesn't work due to no fault of his own. It just don't work anymore. So, this bass is popping. So that's the bass. This is the mid-range. And this is the highs. And you got the volume. And that's it. Just one pickup. Like I said, I'm so used to having two. I'm used to touching up here and feeling the other pickup too. But this is just one pickup. And again, $7.99 retail, but these are on sale now for $5.99. Actually, at Musician Friends. So, now that I told you that story, and as you can see, 2.5 weeks ago, I was wishing I had this bass. Now, I got the bass, and I'm going to give me another $100 off tomorrow, thanks to a $150 amp. If I never would have got that amp, I wouldn't have had this bass tonight. Because I wouldn't went to the Guitar Center to even do anything. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Bill. Guitar Center, I'll be back up there for my $100 though. You can just put it on my card, so I ain't got to make that long trip. I can bring the bass back, get all my money back, the whole shebang bang, and I'll buy it from someplace else. And I know you don't want me to do that. Okay? So here we go. Let's get started. Go. Hold on. Gotta clear that out. Here we go. I thought I cleared that out. I hit it 2 times to clear. I'm sorry. There we go. I had to hit it 2 times to clear. Now I can't be messing up like this when I'm doing a live show out in the public, you know what I mean? Here we go. Start off with the drums. This beat's a 8-bar beat. again. My mic should be working. I don't know why my mic was working earlier. Joint was banging. Now, so we don't have no mic. Now, I don't like when I had some stuff set up and be working earlier, and then all of a sudden it start working. Me don't like that. Now, maybe I got it hooked up wrong. That's going into the end, and then the mic. The mic is coming out always by itself into the yamaha. Let's see what I check this out. Check. Nope. check, check. That's the ground. I don't know what that is. Check. So take this out. Check, check, check. Check, check. Here we go. I don't know why that was out. That's what I'm saying right there. Now you hear the mic. Now I want to see if I can put some vocals into the what's going on. That's the whole point of getting this mixer, is to be able to run some vocals into the LoopStation. Yo, check this out. Oh, that's crazy. Yo. That works better with guitar. Try this one. See. Oh, that's hot. Let me add another part. No bass. Chill. Now, what I gotta learn how to do, if I'm gonna do vocals, is I gotta learn how to do that in one take. Because that would be the hook of the song. Like maybe I had the vocals doing something like that, that would be the hook of the song. So if I do it like one time and then I stop it, then learn the line, then do it again, stop it, then do a line, turn it again and stop it, then that's 3 separate parts. I can only get rid of one part at a time, as far as I know. So if I start adding vocals, I gotta make sure that I'm adding the vocals, I'm letting loop around, then I'm adding the vocals again, then let loop around, then I'm adding the vocals again. I gotta do it like that. You know what I'm saying? Now let's try it. Clear it out. All right, so let's practice. It is time to go to bed. I'm not going to bed at 1 o'clock tonight and be all tired no more. So, up and down. Now let's practice like I was doing it. So let's say, for instance, I had this song. I'm not doing the whole song. Turn that off. I'm not doing the whole song over, so. Well, yeah, I can put reverb. Why is the reverb coming through on this? Check. There you go. Yeah. And this got auto correction too. I can hit auto correct. All kinds of stuff going on with this pedal. This is a nice pedal. I'm glad I bought that talk box. So if the beat going, I gotta make sure if I want it to go away on one hit and then bring it back in, the next time I gotta make sure I do it all at one time or make sure I space it. So let's try a little bit of harmony. Ready? We're gonna let the bass. Ooh, let me try to do it. Ooh. Time. Now I'm gonna bring it right back in. Here we go. Oh, my bad. Oh, I messed it up. I'll hold it down. No, see, you're supposed to bring them back in. I gotta learn how to work this thing. You're supposed to put them back in. Let me figure this out here. All right, so now it's clear. Everybody like that beat? And there we go. Let's do something simple. Da 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 da. Da 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 right? I gotta see how to make it disappear. One. There's only one left. You should have got rid of all of them. There you go. Bring it back in. See? I think I gotta count 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm getting it, I'll figure it out. There's gotta be a timing to it so I can bring it back in when I want to bring it back in and take it out when I want to take it out. And that's just maybe for the vocals or something. When I get up, when I perform, if y'all came to any of my open mic nights, I just do any old thing. I just be making stuff off the top of the grip, you know what I mean? I rarely, go through a whole bunch of flippity, flappity, floopity and all this stuff, man. I just do stuff off the top of my dome. And that's pretty much how my little show's gonna be, unless I decide to try to be a little bit more intricate and put my own beats in here. That's why I'm taking this to work with me tomorrow to show how, figure out how to put my own beats in here. And then, if I'm playing to my own beats, I'm cool. I'm not playing to these ones that I uploaded from these beats that I uploaded from the website. You know what I mean? I can have my own beats in here. Maybe some of my instrumentals I can have in here too. but I rather always want to look like I'm creating a song. You know what I mean? I want to start from the giddy up, and the bass, and then going from the bass to the guitar and add guitar parts. Then after that, you know, maybe add some little vocal thing in there. I want to create that joint and make it pop like that. So anyway, that's it. So another ash body bass. If you look back here, I got like already have 2 ash body basses, but I'm going to sell something. Something got to go. Got to go. You know what I mean? To finance this right here. So when they give me my extra $100 back tomorrow, and I don't want to hear no grip, I'm coming there to get all my money, and they won't make a difference to me. You know, it's cool. I really like this bass. Roasted neck. And again, as the story went, I tried that bass out 2 weeks ago. I bought this from the young man that I got the amp for free from today. I bought this from him 2.5 years ago for $150. I sold the amp for $150 towards this bass that I was playing 2 weeks ago. Who would have thunk it? It's just another life of gear. And I'm glad. How y'all like that? How y'all like the vocals in there? And then I can't wait to do a nice, decent show. Won't be tomorrow though, because Heaven willing, I'm doing a double bubble tomorrow at work. So won't be tomorrow, but I'm taking off Monday. So Monday is going to be experimental day. I'll figure out what I'm going to do with these guitars and all that stuff and take it from there. In the meantime, have a good night. Pray you sleep well. I'll talk to you guys soon. How's your boy? Like, subscribe, and share my page. Don't be shy. It's okay. You can share my stuff. It's okay. Ain't nobody gonna hate you for sharing me. Just share me. I'm telling you. Seriously. They'll like it. Pretty entertaining if you ask me. Later.